In a world where capturing the perfect shot matters more than ever, finding the best mirrorless camera can transform your photography and filmmaking. Offering stunning image quality, lightning-fast performance, and compact designs, today's top mirrorless cameras are the ultimate tools for beginners and professionals alike. Whether you're chasing breathtaking landscapes, vibrant street scenes, or cinematic video, the right mirrorless camera gives you the freedom to create without limits. To help you find the right model, we've listed the top 10 best mirrorless cameras and their key feature, plus the things you need to consider to help you choose the best one for you. Links to all products mentioned in the video are in the description below, so let's get started. Number 10. Fujifilm XS20. Taking all that made the XS10 one of our favorite mirrorless hybrids. The Fujifilm XS20 adds beginner-friendly features while still satisfying advanced users. By inheriting the 26.1-megapixel X-Trans CMOS4 sensor from the XS10 and XT4, the XS20 benefits from a proven imaging system, while Fuji's latest X Processor 5 works efficiently with the bigger battery to extend longevity. The XS20 enhances things further by offering 6K 30 PL 42210 bit internal video recording, which is more than most casual content creators will need. Adopting the balanced body of the XS10, it handles comfortably. Our first impressions found that simplified dials make it easier for learners to operate. A new vlog mode, plus automatic scene detection and better subject tracking, also ease the way for beginners. We do think many novices will be wary of its increased price tag, with the XS10 still available for less. We also wish that Fuji had weather-sealed the XS20. All the same, with a generous feature set, including in-body image stabilization that worked well for handheld shooting in our review, the result is a very capable all-rounder for both stills and video. Number 9. Hasselblad X2D 100C. While it's very much a camera for photography purists, the Hasselblad X2D 100C is also the most versatile and accessible Hasselblad to date. It squeezes a medium format sensor into a stunning body that we found surprisingly compact and comfortable to handle. We also appreciated the convenience of its built-in 1 terabyte of SSD storage. That's not to say it doesn't occupy a narrow niche. There's no video, burst shooting tops out at 3.3 frames per second. And even with speed enhancements, its autofocus still lags far behind the latest mirrorless models. And if you like telephoto lenses, there's no obvious option from Hasselblad. Yet despite these drawbacks, we found its manageable form factor and tilt-angle touchscreen made it usable in the real world, while its in-body image stabilization, a first for Hasselblad, eliminated the need for a tripod. Its 100-megapixel sensor can capture pin-sharp stills, while its leaf shutter setup permits greater use of wide apertures with flash portraits. Color rendition and dynamic range are outstanding too. The X2D is right up there with our favorite medium format cameras. Number 8. Nikon Z8. The Nikon Z8 doesn't do much that we haven't already seen in the Z9. But as a smaller, cheaper version of our camera of the year 2022, it's one of the most capable mirrorless models you can buy right now. In testing, we found it every bit the capable hybrid camera, producing pin-sharp stills courtesy of its 45.7 megapixel full-frame sensor with fantastic 8K video to match. It doesn't rival the 61 megapixel resolution of the Sony A7RV, but the pixel difference makes the Nikon Z8 twice as fast. The Nikon Z8 follows the Z9 in excluding a mechanical sensor entirely and reaps the performance rewards. During our review, we found 20 FPS burst, shooting more than enough to capture action-packed moments, but the Z8 can go all the way to 120 FPS if you're happy with 11 megapixel output. We did find battery life a little limited in testing, and in-body image stabilization was simply fine. But by squeezing almost all of those flagship features into a significantly smaller body, at a lower price, we think the Nikon Z8 offers a recipe that will make more sense for most people than the Z9. Number 7. Olympus OM-EM10 Mark IV. On paper, the EM10. Mark IV is an easy camera to overlook. But in reality, it's one of the best cameras for beginners who are mainly focused on stills rather than video. It might lack advanced features such as phase detection autofocus or a microphone input, but it ticks all of the key boxes for beginners. A compact body and approachable button layout make it an accessible upgrade for smartphone photographers, as do Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity. In our tests, we found that the 20.3 megapixel sensor to be plenty capable enough to capture consistently attractive images, while in-body image stabilization works a treat for shooting snaps at slower shutter speeds. The 121-point contrast detection autofocus won't make headlines, but it does a decent job of consistently tracking faces and eyes. Add classic styling to the mix, plus a handy flip-down touchscreen and an advanced photo mode that makes it easy to experiment with complex techniques, and the Mark IV proves itself a well-rounded beginner mirrorless option. Number 6. Nikon ZFC. The Nikon ZFC is a gloriously retro take on the Nikon Z50, the camera giant's other crop sensor mirrorless camera. It packs the same specs as the Z50 into a body that's inspired by the Nikon FM2 from the early 1980s. And the combination is a triumph for casual shooters who want a fun camera for travel and everyday shooting. It might lack a weatherproof build and the large grip seen on the Nikon Z50, but we found the ZFC to be a delight to shoot with. Its competitive specs, which include a 20.9 megapixel sensor, the ability to shoot 4K at 30p video, and continuous AF tracking for people and animals, are also borne out in reality. The only downside? A lack of native lenses. If a wide range of APS-C lenses is important to you, then Fujifilm's X series is a good alternative. But otherwise, the Nikon ZFC is a glorious mix of old and new. That said, if you have a little extra cash and are looking for a more rugged, full-frame retro camera, then the pricier Nikon ZF is the one for you. Number 5. Sony A6700. If we are to say which is the absolute best mirrorless camera with crop sensor, there's a strong case for the Canon EOS R10. However, there's only a few native lenses available for it, and none of them are particularly exciting. A major downside, as is the case with the Nikon Z52, that leaves us with the likes of the Sony A6700 and Fujifilm X-T5, both of which have an enviable choice of lenses and are powerful cameras in their own right. Take the Sony A6700, a powerful hybrid for hobbyists, with a 26-megapixel APS-C sensor armed with 5-axis stabilization, plus a 759-point phase detection with Sony's real-time recognition AF. The camera consistently delivered sharp, balanced images during our review and recognized and tracked a range of targets with class-leading autofocus accuracy. Video quality impressed us too. Its 4K 60p video, oversampled from 6K, proved crisp in clear conditions. The A6700 isn't perfect. We encountered noise when shooting at higher ISOs, while its metering system struggled with underexposure on overcast days. As for video, there's a 1.6x crop on 4K 120p footage which isn't ideal. Plus, Sony's complex menu system leaves something to be desired. That said, Sony has improved the handling from previous A6000 series models, deepening the grip and giving direct access controls while maintaining compact dimensions. If you want a tidy APS-C hybrid with the latest autofocus performance, we think the A6700 is still a great choice. If you'd rather a retro feel and exposure dials, check out the X-T5, while if you want the fastest performance, the EOS R10 tops the bill. Number 4. Panasonic Lumix S52. The Panasonic Lumix S52 is a worthy successor to one of our favorite video cameras, the S5. Like the S5, the S52 is ticketed as a hybrid, but video is where it excels. In our tests, we found its 6K 30p footage rich and detailed, with wide dynamic range. Its video chops are bolstered by 10-bit recording across almost all resolutions, plus the ability to record uncropped footage using the sensor's full 3:2 aspect ratio, useful for cropping content. We also found it sturdy, yet comfortable to handle during testing. Happily, its compact design doesn't compromise the physical controls. The S52 is Panasonic's first mirrorless camera with phase detection AF for video. Combined with effective image stabilization, we found it produces sharp, stable video even when shooting handheld, although the 1.5x crop on 4K 60p video is a shame. The Panasonic Lumix GH6 is a more travel-friendly video powerhouse with a micro 4/3 sensor, while serious videographers will be drawn by the Lumix S52X. Nevertheless, the S52 is a fantastic full-frame hybrid for high-quality video. Number 3. Canon EOS R5 Mark II. Voted 2024. Camera of the Year both by our expert team and TechRadar readers, the EOS R5 Mark II is Canon's most versatile camera ever. It builds on the stellar 45-megapixel and 8K video-toting EOS R5 by incorporating a new A-stacked sensor which virtually eliminates the adverse effect of rolling shutter, while a second processor improves the camera's overall speed, meaning this a much faster camera for action photography. Not only is the EOS R5 Mark II a much quicker camera, but it totes new autofocus modes, some of which are able to detect specific sports, such soccer and basketball, and intelligently select where to focus based on the subject's posture and the position of the ball, including for one of up to 10 stored faces. Canon's Eye Control AF is also a revelation, tracking where you're looking in the viewfinder to know which subject you'd like to focus on. There's more. In-camera image upscaling can increase the size of your photos by 400%. That's 180 megapixels, with super impressive results. Overall, testing the EOS R5 Mark II was a highlight of 2024. The camera regularly blew us away, and there was a sense we weren't only scratching the surface despite a lengthy test period. For out-and-out sports pros, the pricier EOS R1 is the camera to pick. But for practically every other professional, the EOS R5 Mark II is the smart choice. The fact that it's much cheaper than Sony's A12 sweetens matters further. Number 2. Canon EOS R10. There are cheaper mirrorless cameras for beginners, but none that can match the versatility of the Canon EOS R10. From our tests, 2 features set the Canon EOS R10 apart for learners: its 15 FPS burst shooting rate and powerful subject tracking autofocus, which operates across 651 AF points. These 2 features combine to make the ER10 a fantastic performer in a range of scenarios, particularly when subjects are fast-moving. We found it particularly good at tracking the eyes of subjects. It's not a perfect camera for beginners. We found the EVF a little small and also noted the lack of image stabilization, a feature which is offered on rivals like the Olympus OMD EM10 Mark IV. Then again, we also found that the R10's low weight and deep grip make it a forgiving camera for novices to use. We also noted positively in our review the helpful presence of an AF joystick. The only major drawback is the lack of native lenses currently available for Canon's RF mount. In all other respects, the R10 is a versatile option for photographers getting started. Number 1. Nikon Z63. Nikon's third-generation mirrorless camera, the Z63, represents a notable advancement over the Z62 and stands out among competitors such as the Canon EOS R62. This model is positioned as a mid-range all-rounder that successfully meets a variety of photographic needs. Although its 24.5-megapixel full-frame sensor does not deliver best-in-class detail, it compensates with a remarkable electronic viewfinder, EVF, that boasts 5.76 million dots, offering an exceptional viewing experience. Burst shooting capabilities are impressive, reaching up to 60 frames per second, FPS, at full resolution for JPEGs. However, the most remarkable feature is undoubtedly the autofocus system, which excels in low-light conditions and is enhanced by effective subject detection modes that reliably lock onto subjects. This results in a responsive and precise camera experience, particularly valuable for dynamic shooting scenarios. In terms of video capabilities, the Z63 does not disappoint. It allows you to record 6K video at 60 frames per second directly in camera, along with the ability to oversample 4K raw footage. Additionally, It supports standard 4K recording at 120 frames per second and offers an impressive slow-motion feature, capturing full HD at up to 240 frames per second. The recording times are noteworthy, providing up to 120 minutes of video capture, even without an external cooling fan. For photographers who do not frequently engage in video or action-oriented photography, the now more affordable Z6 may still be a viable option. However, the overall robust performance of the Z63 firmly establishes it as a compelling hybrid camera suitable for a wide range of photographic endeavors. If you found this video helpful, please consider giving it a thumbs up, leaving a comment, and subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell icon so you never miss out on our latest videos.